I still can't believe I got to spend time with Serene and Pearl in person at an event for Trim Healthy Mama. Let's talk about it. I got so many questions about what it was like, so I'm gonna go ahead and just answer the most common questions. So it was a homeschool conference where Serene and Pearl were presenting, and they had reached out to me and asked if I could come and sell some books for them and talk to people at the table while they were doing their presentations and all that stuff. I did get an opportunity to sneak into the presentations, but that's what I was doing there. It was a little ways away from where I live, so they were really long days. So I got up in the morning and would head over there, spend the whole day, and then come home. I did eat on plan around Serene and Pearl. I was asked that and I thought it was so funny. I usually stay on plan. Yes, I don't go off plan. The next question I got that cracked me up was, what did they eat? I don't remember exactly. They ate on plan. Of course, they ate on plan. They were eating super healthy food. I did get to meet with them. They were both lovely. They were both just stunning in person. I don't know if you've had a chance to meet them, but they were both beautiful. And I know like that's not the most important thing, but they were both gorgeous. So it was just a surprise, because sometimes when you meet people that you've been watching on video for a very long time, you just don't know, but they're both gorgeous. They're both so sweet and kind. I got to hear them go back and forth in person the way they do on the podcast, and that was actually really fun, and I enjoyed that. What else? What other questions did I get? I was asked what the table was like, which one of my friends submitted that question. I don't know if she actually genuinely wanted to know, but it was we just had a booth. And so I got to talk to hundreds of current Trim Healthy Mamas and other women who are interested in being on plan. I got to meet a few of my clients in person that I've never gotten to meet before, because we work together online mostly. My Trim Healthy Mama Bootcamp is online, so it was really awesome to meet some people that I've worked with for a couple of years, some that are just really near and dear to my heart. They feel like close friends, and getting to meet them in person was wonderful. So that was fantastic. That was just a side note, but yeah, and the homeschool ladies cleaned us out of books. We're selling the Trim Healthy Mama books there. I was, of course, not giving like paid advice, but I am a coach, so I had a bunch of people just asking general questions about how the plan works. I was so thrilled to answer all of those and directed a ton of people to the Trim Healthy Mama store, because they were super interested in more books and the supplements and everything that Trim Healthy Mama has. So I was happy to send them to the website so they could read more about it and learn more about it. But it was really awesome. Yeah, so it was 3 pretty long days. I was asked what I ate, and that's funny. I'll put a video out about that. I was nervous because I'm going to be eating in front of Serene and Pearl. I kept thinking that they could see what I eat and the food that I have. So that was, a little intimidating. I've been on this plan since 2012. I was in the Facebook group when there were just like a couple thousand people there. Now it's like 200 something thousand. And, I think they say that Trim Healthy Mamas have lost millions of pounds altogether. I know we're at thousands just with my clients have lost thousands of pounds getting healthy with THM. So that was, pretty intimidating to be thinking, okay, they can see what I eat, and I wonder what they're gonna think of what I eat. So what I did is I just made my protein boxes that I've been doing for many years. I thought, I know this, I like it. I made a video about it, so I'll post that too. But they didn't comment on what I ate, of course, because I don't think they would. But I also had Essential with me, and I was really prepared. There were a couple days that the booth was so crazy, I didn't get a chance to eat. And I kept thinking, here I am telling my clients you have to eat every 4 hours, but I was there by myself, and I was like, I just can't, there's too many people here. So I did have a buy drink with some Essential in it that I was able to sip every once in a while. It was better than nothing. And that's what I tell people too. When you have control of your schedule, take control of your schedule and make sure you prioritize eating. But every once in a while, there's gonna be that situation where you don't have any control. And I had no idea what it was gonna be like, or that so many amazing people were gonna come and get a chance to chat. I mean, Pearl and Serene got to meet people. They signed books. They were so gracious. They even stayed late signing books, but they were just wonderful. I'll just be honest, they're wonderful. Everything that you've seen about them on video or heard in the podcast, if you've ever wondered, I wonder if they're really like that. They're so kind, and they both did an amazing job with the presentation, which I was excited about too, because it was a tough thing. You have all of these people, you don't know how many are familiar with Trim Healthy Mama, so they kind of had to introduce it, but also explain it. But they were so funny. I heard so many people say that Serene and Pearl were among their favorite speakers at the homeschool conference, which is saying a lot because there are a lot of amazing speakers there. So I just loved it, and I loved getting to meet them, loved getting to interact with them for the first time. Almost 13 years of doing this plan. I just don't get out to Tennessee, so I have not been to the Trim Healthy Mama Cafe. I hope to do that at some point. Of course, would love to, but I just haven't had an opportunity to run into them. This was just like a dream come true. It was fantastic. I don't want to sound too much like a fangirl, but after so many years, it was such a blessing to connect in person. And now that I've been an official THM coach for 7 years now, I'm having my 7-year anniversary was just a few weeks ago of being a THM coach. This was like a great way to celebrate 7 years. I get to, go help out. I get to meet so many people. I got to enjoy time with them, and I got to see, how dynamic and powerful their message is in person. And that was just huge. So if you get the opportunity, I don't know how many live engagements they do. I know they have done another event, but if you ever have the chance to see them live, I recommend it 1,000%. So excellent. It was, I think for a lot of people, what was great about that too was that things were sinking in for them. I had people coming by the booth and kind of asking for direction on how to get started, and I'd give them some information, and they'd say, I've heard of this plan before, but hearing them explain it helped it sink in. And I was thinking that's a really good reason for people to listen to the potty too, because it kind of does the same thing. It helps it sink in. Nobody can explain it the way Pearl and Serene can. So it was absolutely fantastic. Thank you for submitting all the questions. I'm sorry it took me so long to do this. I have another kind of come with me while I go to the conference that I filmed that I'm editing and hope to post soon, so you guys can see what it was like just a little bit, just get a taste of it, including the fact that I spilled my protein shake all over my pants on the way there one of the days, and I had to go buy new pants at Target before I could get to the conference. So that was extra fun. But it all worked out. Everything was fantastic. And I really cannot say enough how much I loved meeting all of you in person who came by and said hello. And it shocked me. I'll be honest, I'm not huge with Instagram. Like I send out all the good stuff via email. So if you're on my email list, we're besties and you're getting so much there. But I don't post a lot on social media. So having people come up and recognize me from social media and say, Coach Jen, that blew my mind. And I was just so grateful that you guys spend time with me and hang out with me online. I just love it. A few people recognize me from my YouTube channel, and we're talking about videos, postpartum videos from way back. I don't recommend watching those. The plan has changed a little bit, but on my channel that they've been watching me since 2013, 2014, which just blew my mind. So thank you all so much. I am so grateful to get to share with you and talk to you, and online and in person. And if you, again, ever get the opportunity to see Serene and Pearl in person, absolutely 10 out of 10, highly recommend it.